My name is Nia Ridgeway. I am the founder of Beautiful, Optimistic, Successful Sisters. We provide entrepreneur and networking support for success driven women with aspiration to become a business owner. I'm going up to the top, I'm trying to find me a way.
To pour my heart out. I
I'm trying to find me a way. With the problem, I'm stop, I know another way.
bring realization to their visions.
So know your role and support those who need the support the most. All right, that's the boss mindset. See who you can support today. Good evening, beautiful people. Hope you ladies and gents are having an amazing Sunday. Hope your week was amazing. Hope you're ready to jumpstart this next week with more energy, ambition, and is ready to conquer the world. So tonight, this show is definitely dedicated to you shining bright like a diamond, dedicated to you owning it and bragging and not fitting into the conformant of what society wants you to be. You shining your light in every room that you enter. And that's what we're talking about. We're talking about us being who we are, our majestic selves, all the time, everywhere, and turn down for what? Turn down for what? So, I guess let's bring up, let you guys know how you can subscribe to the channel, of course. You go to TMAX Network in our Facebook group. YouTube on TMAX Network, TMAX underscore network. And then you go on Facebook at TMAX Network, Boss Talk Show on Sundays at 5:45 p.m. And follows me is the Missing Conversations at 7:45 p.m. with the Awesome One, and the People's Campaign on Tuesdays with Miss Denise McCole starting at 10 p.m. Eastern. So if you want to provide some content, you want to be a panelist, you can email us at tmaxllc@gmail.com. So let's see if we can get like some just break the ice real quick before we jump into the conversations. I'm gonna drop the first question for the night. What's up, Miss Maria Gonzalez? How are you, love?
I'm well. How are you doing today?
Good. So I said, you know what? I was like, I'm gonna drop the first question really quick. Drop the first question. So the first topic for the evening is pretty simple. And before we jump into how amazing and majestic and divine beings we both are, or we all are, let's just ask a real simple question. So the first question is, wait for it to come across the screen real quick. We're just waiting for a second. But until then, how you doing, love? How's your day been? How's your Sunday?
Today has been a blessed day. My baby turned 14 today.
Okay.
They grow up so fast and I'm not ready.
Hey, you gotta get ready. You gotta put on your boots.
But I don't know. Like this week has been emotional in like a really great way.
Yeah.
You know, I've just blessings left and right. The baby's growing up. One of my bonus sons, he graduated, had his graduation party. I'm like, I don't want them to grow up. They going up too fast. I don't like it.
That's how it is, though. Joe is one.
And what
Oh,
about you? How's your day been going?
oh my gosh, I'm having an amazing day. Like, I am loving this energy that I'm in, the space that I'm in. I'm over here feeling like I can conquer the world, girl. I don't
You
know what it is.
can.
It's like a little pep in my step, a little fire in my trousers.
It's like you a boss, like duh. You can do whatever you want to, girl. It's your world. We just living in it.
Yeah, I'm feeling absolutely amazing. I'm loving the journey that life has me on and that has us on, and the new encounters that we've been having, and just learning so much about ourselves and our growth process. I
Yeah.
love it. You know, some people sit up there and they want to be like, why me? Why me? Here I'm like, bring it on. Why not me? Boss.
Like that's all you got?
I'm coming out of this thing. Look, I'm cheering for me. I believe in me.
Yes.
So here's the first topic, you guys. The first topic right here, we're going to jump into this one, is top things the average people are afraid of and why.
Mm.
I said we're going to start off with this one, because the best things happen to us on the opposite side of what we fear. The
Yeah.
best things. So it's something that holds a person back. Sometimes it be just for them. Like, I've had people come across and say, I'm not good at speaking in front of a bunch of people. I'm like, so you telling me, so you telling me, uh, what is it about speaking in front of an audience? Is it
Mm.
because of your voice? Is it because of, you don't feel like you can keep their attention? You feel like you're not projecting the right message? You feel like you're not, like, what is the lack of preparation? Lack of preparation is what most people are afraid of, not being prepared for that situation or that encounter. So I'm gonna ask you. So, something you think, top things that average people are afraid of. What you got?
Honestly, I think it comes down to really just growth. And I say growth because it's uncomfortable.
Mm,
It's impossible to grow and be complacent. The real type of growth that's the most, you know, successful, it takes us out of our comfort zones. And it's too often, we get stuck doing what we're doing because it's comfortable, it feels good. And I think that's really the biggest thing. But I always say, like, if you're not growing, if you're comfortable, you're not growing.
right.
It requires us to step out of the box, to step out of our norms. And so I would say that's definitely what I think is the top thing.
So, you're basically saying a lot of people are afraid of the what's next.
Hmm.
What's happening after this? It's like, if you think about it, every day that we're living, we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. We have absolutely no idea. We have people lives who have changed just like that,
Yeah.
in a split second. So when people are afraid of being successful, I totally, totally get it, because you go from one opportunity, say playing basketball, right?
Hmm.
Playing basketball, that came to you easily. Dribbling the ball, maneuvering, shooting, that came to you easily. Now, when you're asked to be the coach, you're like, wait a minute. And you start questioning yourself, like, hold up, wait a minute. You know the game, you know the roles of the players. Why don't you feel like you can be a coach?
Yeah.
And then you get stuck on, well, I just know how to dribble and shoot the ball. But in order to be a player, you had to know the game. You had to know the game. But sometimes they get tripped up on these titles and these roles, and not understanding, like, you can be a coach here in this
Hmm.
instance and then transition into something else. Like,
Yeah.
it's not about staying in one place for too long. Like, because you can become a coach and then all of a sudden you are the master coach of a region of people. You're
Hmm.
training them, and those type of roles get seem intimidating, but we're already prepared for them. but not giving ourselves the opportunity to excel in it.
Exactly. Because it's like, it's crazy. I feel exactly how things work, but it's like that little extra step of the unknown. It frightens quite a bit of people, like you mentioned. And, it's really, step out. Oftentimes, like, you'll be surprised at just how much you know and exactly how much you can do and succeed when you actually start. You have to
Yes.
start somewhere. And it's too often, like you said, between not really feeling like you're not prepared
Hmm.
and, the fear of the unknown. But step out and do it. Walk by faith, not by sight.
I can tell quite a few people, like when I got called to speak on stage, or if I got called to speak at the front of a room, sometimes I was extremely like nervous for absolutely no reason. It's not that
Hmm.
I wasn't prepared. It's not that I didn't know the material. It was just the fact that I was on a spotlight. Everyone
Hmm.
was looking at me. And what helps me through that is when I say people don't know you messed up. Like they have absolutely no idea. Just make it a part of the program, make it a part of the show, and not make it so big. Because when I realized that if I said something incorrect or wrong, I can go back and say, you know what, scratch that. This is what I really mean to say. And it's like owning the fact that I made a mistake, but not making it a issue or a problem.
Hmm.
So like, hold on, no, that was some misinformation. Let me backtrack that. This is what I really meant. Or if I was wrong about something, I'm sorry I gave you guys the wrong link. This is the correct link. And not feel like, oh my gosh, the end of the world is happening, they're gonna judge me, I failed. Like, no. But there are some instances where um I just felt like I was on the edge, on a edge. Okay. And those are the times when you really find yourself, when you're on those ledges. And it's like sink or swim, where you're trusting in yourself. When you're just like, you know what? I'm not gonna take this leap forward. I believe enough in me that I'm gonna land on my own 2 feet. I'm gonna take this leap forward. I don't know what's down here. I just don't know what's gonna happen, but I have enough belief in myself. And that's when you rock out. The best things happen to you on the opposite side of what you fear the most. Yeah, respond the correct way. Yeah, don't be afraid to make corrections. If someone is out here looking and acting like they never made a mistake, that's false information. We all make mistakes. We all, we all have misinformation sometimes. Like sometimes you do have to backtrack. And we just are growing through what we go through. That's it. That's what all of us are doing. We're growing through what we go through. We got to have those experiences that shapes us into the people that we are, that shapes us into the projected person that we will become. If we don't take those opportunities, and I used to always teach and tell my sons, do not become a shoulda, coulda, woulda. You over here talking about all these stories. Yeah, back when I was, 16, I was on the, I was number one on the football field. Everybody couldn't get to me, because we heard those stories. And then you turn around, I'm like, so what happened? You didn't do pro ball? No, I ain't do pro ball. My mother, she wasn't there to support me, or my father, he wasn't there to support me, or I didn't have nobody. Hello, Miss Wanda.
Hey, girl.
so so that's what a lot of people fall back onto. They act like they act is like it's the end because you don't have the support that you think you're supposed to have. That's a real misconception. The support that we need to have always shows up when we need it. Always. And you like, man, yeah, most people are afraid to fail. They say fail early. Get it out the way.
Yeah. And that's exactly how I feel. I want my kids to try anything that's productive, that they want to now, while it is still early, while they have a chance to get that experience and still along the way find their passion and their calling throughout life. At this present time, my son wants to be an insurance agent
Mhm.
because he loves and idolizes freaking Jake from State Farm. I asked him again last night just to make sure, that's what he still want to do right now. Yeah. He said he knows his whole backstory. He broke it down to me. But I'm like, hey, it's an insurance agent. He's not selling drugs. Okay, go for it.
Right. Absolutely. Hey, I love it though, but you know what? I think what some average people do, they forget to use their imagination. And when you lack your imagination, you start thinking about, oh, I don't have this, or I don't have that, and you don't just go for the big vision. That's what messes up a lot of us folks. I'm gonna throw myself in there too. Look at Jake. Hey, Jake.
My son would love it. But he was so serious.
But yeah, that's the thing. I love that though. That imagination, that that dream. When you put action behind something, that's because you believe in it. That people out here believing in aliens. You know what they're doing? They getting a little equipment. They listening for because they believe it. Whatever you believe is real. It's like think about everything that anybody has ever spectated, right? They create it and make logic sense out of it, no matter what it is, even if we don't believe it. If they believe it, it becomes real. And so, like I said, like far as the aliens, when they believe the aliens are here, okay, they have all the research in the world to support it. They believe in it so much that it is real. Same thing, whatever, abominable snowman. Look at all these sightings. Oh, saw abominable snowman. You have people who believe in it so much they spend their life questing for these different things. And it's the same thing for we can do with our traditional belief system. Like if we want to go out here and start our own fashion brand, if we believe in it enough, it's going to happen. Period. If we believe in it enough, it's going to happen. Whatever our belief says, whatever we believe in, that's that's what we launching off.
Yeah.
So the question would be like, what do we believe in? To be honest with ourselves, like, what do you believe in? What do I believe in? Like, it really shows up in our everyday life. Whatever you believe in, it shows up.
Yeah.
Yeah, she should definitely come on up here, love. So, yeah. Matter of fact, if you can comment. I want to read some comments off. Top things that average people are afraid of and why. What's something else that you think average people are afraid of? We already know fear of failure, fear of success, fear of being in the spotlight. You know, we know those. But what are some other things that people might be afraid of? I think being found out, found out that they're not really who they projected themselves to be.
Yeah.
So a lot of people hide. That's why, like on the social media, we could post the highlights of our life. You could post everything looks great. Yes, you said speaking publicly. Yeah. Oh, rejection.
Rejection. That was a good one.
Definitely.
For what
Yeah.
others can say about them. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then at the end of the day, we sit up here thinking about this as adults. We're like, what are those fears really doing for us in our life? Like how like look at all the stuff that is holding us back from, we're afraid of what people will say about us, afraid of messing up, afraid of, those no's. And it's like if we really um
Yeah.
yeah,
That's a
letting the
good
walls
one.
down for people to see the real, yeah, afraid of being vulnerable, fear of yeah, fear of catching worms, you know,
Yeah.
fear of those things, so that's why we protect ourselves, from situations like that. I ain't
I'm
messing
not
with.
messing with the awesome one. The words are something serious.
I know people are afraid of failing as a parent too.
Honestly, that's one of my
Still
biggest
serious.
ones. I take that my role as a mother very serious. Um, and I worry about that often.
Mm-hmm.
Um, because like the importance I put on there. So I will say that is definitely me. I come through doing my best. I try I lead them. I'm pretty religious, so I try to teach them biblically and parent them the way that the Bible says. But because of how important that is, that's my biggest fear in life
Mm.
is making sure I don't fail as a parent. And I raise them the way that God see fit in the way that God says to teach them.
Okay. So I have a question. Well, I'm gonna share this story. Okay, it's a quick story. So my son, he played uh, football. Okay. I was really looking at him like, you're so small. You don't need to be playing out here with these big folks. Okay. But he was like, Mom, I got this. And he went out there and he was playing running back.
Mm-hmm.
Like he was just like, like duking it out. I'm like, oh man, right? My fear was for him to break his ankle. That was my fear. And he didn't have that fear. He went out
Mm-hmm.
there crossing people up and doing whatever he doing, jumping, doing all. And I was like, oh, I'm excited he got out when they piled up on top of my baby. I'm like, get up off my child, get up off of him, get up off of him. And I'm sitting up here just like, I'm checking his body out, checking his bones and everything, right? He turned around and he did end up breaking his ankle, right?
Mm-hmm.
But since I know that if we project our fears out, they become real. So I often wonder, was it my fear that impacted my son because I feared it so much? He had no fear. He was good. He was like, I'm okay, mom. I'm good. I'm like, look, you you can't be look. I'm ready to fight little kids now. Y'all can't be jumping on my son like that. You might really hurt him. But he was like, nah, ma, I got this. I'm good.
It's
So
football.
so right. So I think about what other people are projecting fears into, creating their own obstacles, creating their own problems because you're making it up. It didn't even
Mm-hmm.
happen. You fearing what? It's like one thing, okay, we're logical about a lot of things. Okay, we know what can possibly happen, but we know whatever we give energy into grows. So we keep giving energy into our fears, what we're afraid of, the worst possible outcome, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to happen somewhere. It might not happen to you, but you'd have projected it somewhere, because either you're afraid for somebody to rob your house, right? What you doing? Watching shows of people houses getting robbed. Like, why are you watching this?
Like,
Like, what is this?
I think it's a little bit different. I don't necessarily think that just because we fear something, that's it speaking into existence. But I do feel like at the same time, like, I don't think that fear should lead us to prepare for the just in case. But especially when it comes down to the babies or really just each other in general, I think one of the worst things we could do is push our fears off on somebody else.
Yeah.
Because people attempt to do that to me often. I'm like, I ain't worried about that. Like, you may be. That's not even the least bit of what I'm concerned about at all. That's not even on my radar. But when we push our fears on others, it shrinks them down, or it can over time, I think. But like for the most part, I be like, let them be.
But okay, so D Awesome says fear is an complete and utter hindrance. Fear should be taught and seen as a stepping block to success. People should know fear isn't a permanent to your results on life and other things.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna skip over
He
that.
D said something else, Lynette. You gonna read
No,
that
he
one?
ain't say he ain't say nothing else. No, he ain't say I don't know what he's talking about. I don't know what he's talking about. But this is the thing
I'll read
about
it for you if you like.
no, Because see, this is the thing. Like people can it's like I'm a spiritual being, okay? And my belief is that you project things. If you give it enough energy, you make it happen, just like we do with success. If you believe in it enough, it materializes into your everyday life. The same thing with fears.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can hold so much energy towards something and make it real. You fear in a car accident. If every time you get into the car and you're nervous, especially if you're driving, you're not you already tensed up and you the one gonna cause the wreck. Why are you behind the wheel? Oh, I'm afraid I'm gonna be in an accident. Well, get off the road. Cause the rest of us because the rest of us need safety. We need someone who's gonna be on point. Fear of
Mm-hmm.
God. Look at that.
Yeah. Because I
That's
see it a little bit different. I believe that a certain amount of fear is needed. To me, I think it's best to use fear as preparation. So it's like, okay, you mentioned driving. Okay, so I'm afraid of
mhm.
driving for X, Y, and Z. So because I know this part of driving scares me, I'm going to train myself to become better in that situation, to see what part of that situation that I'm afraid of I can control and fix, and I think that's like the best way to do it. But too oftentimes I think it's a negative thing when people use fear and it makes them crippled to, okay, now I don't ever want to drive,
Yeah,
versus, okay, I'm gonna take some extra classes, or I'm gonna do this to make myself better in this situation. And I think that's the biggest thing, is
yeah,
using it as preparation versus using it as a crippling, to cripple
yeah.
yourself.
I actually wrote an entire blog on the fact that fear is a necessary emotion. It's necessary. It's fear to me is a challenge in life. But like you
Mhm.
said, don't make it a crutch to stop you from excelling. So those very things you get a little nervous about, that sets in, that makes you question even your abilities. That is necessary for you to grow. But it's the amount of fear that you're projecting out there. So I fear when people don't read my comments, I need to be consoled. I want to be made whole again. I
I
just
am
want my
not.
comments. You know what?
Where you at? Why don't you join the panel? Then you don't have to have them read off. You can just say them.
But he this is the thing. I do believe that fear is necessary, but do not project so much energy into it.
Yeah,
That's the
I
thing. It's
agree.
like understand and recognize that you are fearful or you're afraid of it. I understand, I recognize that I'm afraid of it, but what am I going to do about it? That's the thing. What am
Yep.
I going to do about it? Instead of, like I said, if like we talk about behind the wheel, right? Instead of being behind the wheel all nervous, I'm fearful. Like I said, take a driving course, do a refresher, so, something. Get yourself together. Be in preparation to project a good outcome. Because if you're fearful of it and you don't do anything about it, you don't learn anything new. You don't train yourself.
And that fear is going to stay there
Yep.
because you left yourself in that same position, if not worse, because that fear, fear, it'll keep growing. And
Yeah.
eventually it'll make you worse than what the reality probably even is.
It's a false evidence appearing real. Fear. Fear. But I think fear is definitely a necessary emotion to have.
Yeah.
To have that challenge. The challenge of our self belief. It's like, we sit up here and we be so confident in one area, like, man, I'm good. Like, look, ain't nobody got nothing on me. Like, I got this. I'm rocking out. And then all of a sudden you face with something new. Where that
Mhm.
confidence go? Where you talking about some, I got this, I'm rocking out. Where that go when you encountering something new?
Yeah.
Like, we understand that we all go through a learning process. Everything is a process. We go through an experience process, different processes in life that help to elevate us. And I think about a lot of the things that I personally been through in my lifetime that
Mm-hmm.
has prepared me for this moment. Like, period. This isn't my first show. This isn't my first time being on camera. It prepared me for this position that we're in now, even to deal with people like the awesome one, you know, to
That
dealing
guy.
with people like him. This is not my first rodeo. I appreciate him, stuff like that. But his little comebacks, you saucy. Yeah, you saucy.
Ding, ding, ding.
No, 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 ding, ding, ding.
Be easy now.
No, no, ding, ding, ding.
Be easy now.
But I'm not saying that in a bad way. Like, we need people who speak the truth. We need people who show up for us when we're not showing up for ourselves. The
Yep.
ones that check on us. Hey, what's going on with you? We need people like that. So when I say dealing with people like him, he's going to tell you the real thing about yourself without you sitting up here and you be like, And then when he breaks it down, so elegantly. You be like, you right. Like, you. But we need people like that in our corner.
Yeah.
Somebody who's going to be able to spark something different in us. Something you like take accountability for yourself. If we don't have those type of people in our corner that can really make you think,
Mm-hmm. And
like,
that's
wait
the
a minute.
one thing I tell, how I mentioned to you a couple of days ago. When I was telling you about the importance of having people around you that see you for who you are and who
Mm-hmm.
you want to be, even when you're in a position where you can't see it yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So even when you have those fears, having those type of people around you is priceless. There's not like it is definitely priceless because
You know
even
the
having those fear, hmm,
I say, the crazy thing is, what is the opposite of fear? That would be faith. What is
hmm,
faith? It's knowledge, knowing when you haven't present actually evidence of knowledge. And so all fear is the absence of that knowledge.
hmm,
And is also self-inflicted, as well as faith is also self-inflicted.
Right.
The thing that keeps people fearful, like I said in the comments, is the lack of activity. you know oh, I can't run a mile, but you have to take a step first in order to
hmm,
to, to cover a mile. Where you
Yeah.
have people running around here, this is the craziest thing, all day every day. Look at people of what they're already fearful of, and then think about the people as a result. Like, you're fearful of singing in public, but a lot of times you're singing in public. You see what I'm saying? Like, that's how that correlation goes for a lot of people. I'm fearful of my not being a good parent in a certain type of way. Well, you ain't gonna be perfect, so go ahead and accept that. Like, you're already there. You know what I mean? But like I said, it's not a permanent situation to your life. It's just a patch. So absolutely, we don't teach a formal construction on how to use the fear. I like what you said about fear. It is absolutely necessary. It's an adjuster.
Mm-hmm.
This is where the term fearless comes in. It's not that I'm without fear or absent of fear. It's just
Yeah.
the fact that I fear less
hmm.
because of the situation.
Yeah. Let's change the acronym and what we know fear to be.
Right.
Face
Face
everything and
everything.
rise.
I know that's
Hello.
right.
Hello. I like that one. Face everything and rise. Matter of fact, we can jot that in the comments.
I mean, that's what it really is. I mean, like I say, how you when you face something, you're being active. you
Mm-hmm.
know
Yeah.
to that subsides fear, because when you become active in something, you're automatically enhanced with the knowledge of what you're capable of or what you're not capable of. you
Hmm.
know if you do something one time, that doesn't mean you can't do it.
Yeah.
So
I, I,
face
rem-
everything and
I
rise.
remember some of the most fearful times of my life when I went and I did it. I excelled at it. And then
Mhm.
there was a couple times when I went and did it, I fell literally on my like I fell hard on my stomach. One of my fears one time, this was back in grade school, where we were doing a long jump. Okay.
Mhm.
When we were doing a long jump and I was just practicing on the sidelines and I had to jump over 6 feet of rope, right? Landed it. Boom. Great. But when I got an audience and I saw
Mhm.
people watching me
Mhm.
and they started cheering my name, I got stuck in my head. Not paying attention the last 10 times I just finished doing it just for pleasure. Now I'm on the spotlight. So I literally ran and I hesitated and I flipped over the rope and fell slam on my stomach. That thing hurts. I still remember this day. That thing hurt. But this is the thing, is like I did it so many times before.
Mm.
So I was equipped to excel again. But
You
the
know,
fact that another entity had entered into the equation, which was the audience, that's what threw me off. Not that I couldn't do it, but I had something else that uh that weighed
you,
down on me.
you know what I
Like, oh,
fear?
I want to. What you say?
You know what I fear?
What?
I fear that you're not telling the truth about that story.
What?
No, no, I'm serious. I fear this because you use the term long jump,
Long jump. Hmm.
right? And you far too old to be using that. You was broad jumping.
Long jump. Okay.
You was broad jumping.
Is that what it was? Broad jumping.
You was
You
broad jumping.
run from way down there and you
Yeah,
come here as a rope and you hit jump over because you had
yeah, I
accelerated
know,
to a
but
certain
that was just
speed.
like that's what they call it later in the later years. Though it's like going from now like 20 years back when I started doing it, it was long jump. When you started doing it, it was broad jumping.
We're not that far in difference in age. What do you mean? Like, what are you talking about? What are you trying to say?
I'm
What,
just
what are you,
saying.
you're an
I'm
old
just
man
saying.
or something?
Nah, I'm just saying. I'm not an old man. I'm just saying it's just
I
difference.
don't get
Like
it. What are
it
you
was
trying to
long
say?
jump for me. It was broad jump for you. I feel you just not being honest with the audience.
I don't get it. First of all, it was
Yeah,
long jump.
it wasn't
Okay.
long jump. It was broad jumping. I'm gonna
Well,
pull it
broad
up for
jumping,
you.
whatever you want to call it,
I'm gonna
whatever
pull it up
you
for you.
decide to change the terminology,
I
but it
didn't
was
change.
long
No,
jump.
I'm not changing the
Let me
terminology.
look at it. You
I'm
said
about to
broad
pull it up
jumping.
for you.
You said what?
I'm about to pull it up for you.
Yeah, pull it up for me. You said broad jump.
When did broad jumping begin?
What is broad jumping?
It's today it's known as long jumping, and I'm trying to tell her that the time that she's telling the story, she was in grade school. When she was in grade school, it was broad jumping. When I was in grade school, it was long jumping.
You're
It's
older than
long
her.
jumping. Let me see. Said another term for long jump.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That was the original term of broad jumping.
I've never heard of it, and Niette's only a couple years older than me.
You old as hell. Stop lying.
Well, this is where we were. Okay. I'm gonna call my people from school. We was at John Eager Howard. Okay.
That's how
Oh,
I know you was at a whole school. See, you had to let's see how they messed you. Johnny Howard. How many people went to Johnny Howard?
I don't know. I have no idea. But they know we had to do that. We had to run
Right.
and
You had the
jump.
broad jump. Y'all had black and white cameras because there wasn't no color back then. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh. He tried it.
Didn't he? It's okay though. It's okay. It's okay. Oh, you know what? I'm slowly catching on. I'm
We
slowly
told him to
catching
come
on.
to the panel.
What up, Derek? Shout out to Augusta,
Hello, how are
GA.
you? Watching
That's
from
good.
Augusta, GA.
No, but seriously though, fear is it literally comes from the lack of activity. People, the term that is always said, people don't know what they're actually made out of.
Right.
That's
Hmm.
just a simple fact because simply they don't know what they are capable of for self. The essence of it all is it's based on what somebody else is going to pour into them. And the thing about it is that's not going to happen all the time. If you have your core group that is willing to pour in you at some point in time, if they don't see you reciprocating or accepting that abundance of pouring that's happening, they're going to stop. And then
Right.
now you're going to acquire or accumulate fears that you've already had. Fear and faith are both self-inflicted. The only difference is faith is the knowledge of knowing with the absence of actually being presented, and fear is the absence of knowledge and the absence of results. So there's nothing to do but to do it.
Yeah.
That's all it really is. You just have to get active. And if it's just small steps you have to take, you do that. You know,
I'm
this is how we
definitely.
see people go from 300 pounds to 180. They started making those steps. They started to gain that knowledge. They started to get that confidence, and the fear became less and less and less. So due to the fact that, like I said, the term fearless is basically you fear less. You're not absent of it. There are still
Right.
other things that people fear.
Right.
But however, let's think about it. There's people who are training tigers and bears and so forth and so on. Those are hazardous paying jobs. Those are hazardous careers because those are wild animals. But the more active, the more activity they had with it, the more taming, the more common they made these wild beasts seem. They remove that absence of fear because of the consistency and that activity. It goes back to earlier times when we talked about what the hours is to be considered a professional. It's
Mm-hmm.
10,000 hours. So get active.
I love that response. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for that. We're about to jump on to our next topic, of course. All right, so this one is hobbies and talents. Do
Yours is
you
broad
have
jumping.
any, and how do you use them?
Yours is broad jumping.
Look, you know what? I might need to get back out there and do me. I
You
haven't
might
done it
need to.
so look,
You might need to. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna prepare for it. I'm
Hey,
prepared for it. I
listen.
don't want to put no fear out there of not
Proper,
landing
proper,
like I used
proper
to.
planning prevents poor
Yeah,
performance. Get on out there
proper
and find
planning
you a good
before
old
performance.
sand pit. Work up that warm up like you used to, like this.
Maria and I, we ran in the sand and it wasn't fun. Remember, we was tired.
Oh,
It was hard, and we was being chased by seagulls.
oh, y'all definitely friends with Bella.
And we and the funny part is we was like, wait a minute, why we feel so tired? not
That natural resistance, man.
not realizing we running in sand. Sand is
Uh,
way more difficult to run in.
It
And
is.
um
yeah,
so I applaud those who decide to run the beaches, not on the wet stuff, but on the dry stuff. I applaud you out there because that is a workout. Okay. But so while we're up here, what are some of you guys' hobbies and talents, and how do you use them?
a lot of talents that I have is unknown. One of my favorite talents is stuff that I used to do with my brothers, and that's just horseback riding, doing old country boy type stuff,
Okay.
roping, riding, that type of
Hold up,
stuff.
you can rope.
You could rope.
Yeah.
Shut the front door.
We gotta see that.
No,
Between that and the singing,
Replay.
I'm not singing for y'all, man. Y'all
Oh
disrespectful as
yeah, that's
hell.
right. You sing, D. Come
Yep.
on. You're all I need.
sing it. You want me to turn on some music?
Find
Yeah, turn on some music.
I'm
I'm gonna play the instrumental. You gotta get
You
it.
you go ahead. You play that.
I
I'm gonna be
need
singing right here with this apple juice from
you.
God.
Hey,
If you
come on.
scared, say you scared.
I ain't
You
scared of-
scared,
Listen,
D. You
let me
scared.
tell you something. There's a post, and I want y'all to live by this.
What is it?
They let a cheetah into a greyhound race, and they opened it up, and the greyhounds took off running. The cheetah
Mhm.
sat back.
Mhm.
And the captain says there's absolutely no need for you to compete with anything, anybody when you know you better than them.
This isn't about
You're not
competing.
I
This
am.
is no. What you competing against? Who you
Because
competing against?
y'all want to compare me to whoever y'all want to compare me
We
to.
can't compare you to anything
No.
because we don't know what your talent
You
is.
can't compete where you can't
Absolutely.
compare.
But I know where I'm at.
You know what? You can be great at excuses.
You can call it what you want.
Yeah, you can be
But
great at
guess what
excuses.
though?
But see, this is the one thing. This is the one thing. It's like your talents are here to embrace and empower and enlighten and uplift other people.
Mm-hmm.
So it's not just about us. Whatever our talents are,
Well,
if
so
we're not using them,
I'm a talented drug dealer too. She ain't asking me to do that now, is you?
nah.
Shoot me
But
a
we
pound
did
of
ask you
coke.
about that rope time, though. We did ask you that. It's not just
Yep.
about you singing. We mentioned like, oh, that's the first one. You can rope. What? That is a
Listen.
talent, an
I know
amazing
because I
talent.
like rodeos.
Yeah, I was
Roleos?
like,
You like roleos? How many
You know
roleos
what
you
I
like to be
said,
in?
sir.
this is like, you know what? I don't want spotlight, but one thing I can say, I'm a talented writer.
Yeah,
So
that you
I've
are.
written songs, I've written plays. Um, that's what's up. I'm a talented writer, and it's not saying that you know you got to be the best at something. Just be talented and be comfortable within it yourself. So like right now, as we're talking on here, if somebody were to hit me up and ask me about writing them something, I'm like, sure, yeah, sure, I'm down for it. Let's do this. Let's do this. Different things. I'm talented at hair. I did my own hair, you guys.
Mm-hmm.
Moi.
We're gonna leave
You
that topic
like,
alone. We're gonna say that for another time.
you like.
It looks good.
Well, thank you, love.
It does look nice,
We're
but
talented in different
we know
areas.
why you did your hair.
You said what?
We know why you did your hair.
Why I do my hair?
You know why.
Because I want to show up as the best version of myself.
Yeah, that's one reason.
That's the absolute reason.
No, that's one of them.
That's the absolute reason. I want to show
Mm-hmm.
up comfortable and as the best version of myself in every room that
Mm-hmm.
I enter.
That's one
So I was
reason.
like, I'm not going to go another day with my hair in I had the bun thingy. I didn't want to wear that this week. So
We
I took
beyond that.
control. I
We
was
beyond that.
fearful of wearing that bun another
Let's
day.
talk about
But
your
I did
talents.
something about it.
We beyond that. We talk about your talents. Stay on your talents. What else you
Okay.
do?
I rap. I know you probably can't tell, but yeah, I do. I can sing well, but
Drop a
not
couple
really
bar.
well.
There you go. You had to be that nigga.
You said what?
Maria, talk about drop a couple bars.
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
You know what? I'm gonna pull a D. I'm gonna pull a D, but I don't know. I'm gonna pull a D up on this one. But matter of fact, the song that you guys hear coming on, that's me rapping.
Absolutely, good job. Good job.
Yeah, that's my
Maria,
song.
what are you talented in besides thirst trapping on Facebook?
I don't thirst trap anything, sir. But thank you
Oh,
anyway.
I know. You notice how she struggled to get that anything in there because she was gonna say anymore.
It wasn't gonna be any more of that. I think one of my biggest talents, I think, is I'm an awesome critical thinker.
Yeah. Hold
And
up.
so
In what area?
quite often. So if I know even a little bit about it, I do pretty good. And so it's like even then,
Ma'am. She said
yes,
what
sir.
area, not how often.
I said almost anything. So listening to issues, that was my answer. So like listening to issues, there are certain things that I don't know that I know little about, but getting down to the core of like hearing out the problem, my critical thinking skills are like almost not comparing to stuff that I get paid to do it actually.
Derek
Believe it or
say he
not.
want to hear you sing and rap.
Who, me?
Not you. You
Oh,
save
okay.
your stuff.
Yeah, because I could do it. I just don't sound. It just
No,
don't sound good.
you save your stuff.
Yeah,
We'll
because
come
I
back
could
to you
sing and
later.
rap. I just don't sound good doing it.
We said we'll come back to you another time, not your segment.
Yeah. I'll do something at the end of the show. How about that?
Okay.
Okay.
Good deal. Thank you, Derek.
I'll do
We
something at the
accept
end.
that.
You can yeah. Just to get put myself out there. Sheesh. Who knew? But I think one of my talents are, well, I know one of my talents are, is embracing other people. Like I have a what's it called, a niche
Is
for
that a
seeing
talent though?
and
More so a
understanding where you're coming from.
characteristic.
Huh?
I said, D asked, was it a talent? I said, more so a characteristic. But depending on how you look at it, it can be a talent because that's not something that everybody possesses.
I mean, I guess you got the professional color out there, and I guess that would be considered a talent.
What does that mean?
Everything. Okay, this is
Well, I
the
mean,
thing.
she said she recognizes when people need, I guess, like certain type of attention, and I'm saying
Mhm.
like the professional cuddler, that's kind of like that same affection type of feel. So it's a talent, right? It's all right,
Who said
right?
a
I'm like,
professional
I don't know.
color?
I'm just,
Don't tell me that's a fear.
yeah,
I don't. I do and I don't. Okay, it's just like, man, I wasn't ready.
y'all
What they
get your
call it? I
apple
wasn't
juice ready.
ready. But I'm a
If you stay ready, you ain't got to get ready.
yeah, you right. You
Oh, here we
yeah.
go.
You know what? I'm gonna let
No,
you
no,
call me
hold
out
on.
on
No,
that.
no, no,
I'm gonna let you call
no.
me out on
Don't you? Of all people, don't take that mess from her.
that. Stay ready. You won't have to be ready, right?
Yeah, yeah. You. Good phrase, but we ain't gonna take that one from her.
I'm gonna see if I'm gonna see if I can drop them because I do it off. I'm gonna see if I can drop them the original instrumental, and I'll do it off of that.
Now listen, first thing first, you don't need to be giving up no whole verse.
Oh, oh.
That's
You,
not the. That's not. I don't want to do that song. Oh, y'all crazy, man. Give me all the spotlight.
I was about to be your background dancer. Go ahead,
Right.
girl.
It was like, I was about to get all the twerkers outside to come in.
Let me jump on another talent. I know you guys are talented somewhere too. I know you guys do some. Hey,
I
that's
mean,
what I'm
I,
talking
I
about.
got some. I mean,
Oh,
I
I like to
I could
dance.
I
And you
code up
pretty
some
good at it.
I code
Well,
up some
thanks.
websites and stuff. Um, I could share that knowledge. I know I'm talented at gathering information that is viable to help people. Uh, only thing is, I don't know if I would really call it a talent just because I have it on standby and people don't seem to be like eating it up, even though it was beneficial. So I don't know if I would call it a talent to that degree, but I know the skill that I have to acquiring information that bypasses a lot of unnecessary things. I know I do that pretty damn good.
Yeah.
But that's cool. That's cool. We need those type of people. As you say, the common sense isn't always common sense.
Hmm.
Yeah,
So we need
I,
folks
I'm
that help
also
us
very
out here.
talented. I'm also very talented in telling people fuck off. You know what I mean?
You know what?
I
Boundaries, boundary line. I love it.
no
Boundaries.
no
I get that. Boundaries,
no
self
no
expression.
He
not
said,
it.
Yeah.
fuck off, not boundaries.
Yeah,
Boundaries, self expression. I love it. You know, your truth, having your truth come forward. I absolutely love it. Boundaries and being truthful. Um, I know definitely with graphics and media. Talented
mm,
in that area, so I do a lot of my own graphics and videos and things like that, video compositions, my flyers. A lot of it comes from
nice.
myself.
So here's a question: What would you? What would be a talent or a hobby you would like to have?
Oh my gosh.
That
I
was a
believe
tough
every
one.
talent and hobby. I believe every talent and hobby I at least attempted to do versus watching somebody else do. So, like, far as like singing, I would love to be able to sing like, Whitney Houston. She had a very powerful voice. Um, you know, who's like up there. I love Jennifer Hudson's voice, and
Mariah Carey.
I like her. I like Mariah Carey's pitches.
Yes.
I like her pitches. I like Brandy. I love her voice. You know that's Brandy when you hear Brandy. I
But
love her
what
voice.
would be a talent or a hobby that you don't have that would you like to have or to do?
You know what? Any talent or hobby that I think about, I'm already like
Yeah.
at least attempting it. Like
And
so.
that's what I was gonna say, because everything that I wanted to do, I feel like I did and succeeded to the level that I feel comfortable with. That will my level of success. And so I don't really have nothing, me personally, that like I would want to do that I haven't done.
So let me go because I see women gonna
Yeah,
do
you
some
go ahead and go then.
women shit on here. A talent or hobby I would like to have. I don't know if y'all ever seen the motorcycle racers. I love the way they hug those curves and that they
Yeah.
be like this far from the ground and
No,
going
that is
200 miles an
smooth.
hour. Woo! I would love to do that
Is that
shit.
considered a talent though?
Hell
Yes.
yes, it's talent.
Yes.
Okay, so I take that back then. I want to be a
Shut
race
up.
car
No, shut up.
driver.
Your end of the segment's over. You said
Okay.
you got everything you want to do. Shit.
Because I speed all
I'm
the
so
time
sick of you.
anyway.
I'm sick of you.
I speed all the time anyway. I just consider that like a hobby, not necessarily a talent. Like I
What?
want to race cars. But I didn't consider that a talent.
Obviously, from your
That is a
driving record,
talent.
we know you want to race cars.
Driving is a talent.
Exactly. So I do that
Driving.
all the time anyway. Like getting in accidents and getting speeding tickets, that don't diminish
Nigga,
anything.
what?
So technically I do that anyway. But I will
If
like
you would have just said the speeding ticket, the accident led. No, you don't lead off with getting in accidents and say this is a talent.
that tree hit me. I did not hit that tree.
Oh wow. We got Georgia the Jungle behind the damn wheel. Lord, oh
But I'm
mercy.
gonna tell you, I wanted to be a NASCAR driver too. To be
Yeah.
honest, that was my thing. So I
You
became
know,
a
wait,
I became a professional driver. I would tell everybody I am a professional driver.
Hold on. Because now I'm gonna hit y'all with a little Tupac reference.
All right, what is
Pac
it?
once said, "It takes skill to be real."
Mhm.
I thought at that time when I heard that line, I said, "This is some cheesy ass stuff that he's putting out here, right?" Like it takes skill to be real. And now I'm sitting up here amongst you two and like, damn, it really does take skill to be real. No, I'm doing everything and all the talents I got. I already wrote. And then I say, no, let me do this. I got this because y'all clearly
It's
don't
one
want
thing to
it.
appreciate
Now all of a
another
sudden,
person's
people want
talent,
to
and
be
it's another thing
NASCAR
to stay in my
drivers
lane.
now.
No, it's a difference. So I didn't consider that a talent per se. I consider that a hobby because I didn't say do it good. I just mean
Hobbies and
I clearly
Yeah.
said talent or a hobby you don't have that you would like to do.
okay, you're right. I was wrong.
but
I like
I'm
speeding,
sticking
so
with
it'd be nice to
with
do
me.
it and not get a ticket for it.
Dono!
I'm sticking. I'm
Dono!
Donald ain't over here. But this is the thing.
Shut up, silly woman.
Donald, you're not supposed to be over here. But this is the thing. I'm sticking with my own. A lot of stuff that I said that I wanted to learn how to do or even attempt, I tried it. I at least attempted as a talent. So if I wanted to learn how to sew, I attempted to sew. You're like, oh, that's cute. I like that. When I attempted, like I wanted to I see people talented as far as like, making these t-shirts and stuff. Attempted
Like,
it.
no, don't get me wrong. I got that.
To
But
do,
I specifically
but then I
asked,
realized, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna let somebody else be great at doing that.
I specifically asked something you don't do that you would like to do. And you in sidekick over here Say, no, I'm doing everything, at least to
I
the level I'm comfortable. And then all of a sudden I say, you know what, let me clear this. So, yes, now we got to the truth of it. There is some other things that you don't do that you would like to do, either as a hobby or have a talent
All right.
elsewhere.
Let me
technically I
think.
speed anyway. I just get in trouble for it.
Let me think. Let me think of something. Let me really think
Breaking
hard.
the
It's
law
something
is
I
not a
might want to
talent.
try.
There's been career
Okay.
criminals,
Put that
FYI.
part, like something that I would like to attempt. Let me see. I want to jump out of a plane.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
wait.
I can set
Yeah.
that up for you.
Wait, stop.
I want to jump out of a plane
Stop. We
and
got
make it to
right.
the
Hold
to
on.
the ground.
No,
Hold
I
on.
have a friend that's a
Hold
pilot. He
on.
actually
Hold on.
does that.
Stop. We gotta stick on the on this one.
What?
We need clarification. Remember, we had this discussion about clarification.
She don't want
You
to kill
just,
herself.
I just want to jump out of the plane. That don't
She
take
don't want
no
to kill
talent.
I want to go
You
skydiving.
said hobby.
Okay?
Just jump out of the plane is a hobby.
Skydiving.
Yes, we know what she meant. She's not trying to commit
But
suicide.
I think my
You know
attempt
what? Somebody that
skydiving is
that
to
joined
get
this
on a
channel
roller
did not
coaster.
know what she
That is
meant.
my attempt for skydiving. Is to
Okay,
get on
hold on,
something
Maria.
that I'm
She
not
ain't just
comfortable
talking
on.
to us. She's talking to us and the audience. She's coming out here just saying, "Yeah, I just want to jump out of planes." And then he was like, "Whoa, wait a minute, hold on. I didn't come here for this type of show. What they got going on TMAX network?
Jump out of a plane.
Just
You know
jump
what?
out the plane.
I want to
No
jump out of a plane
parachute,
with the proper
nothing. Just jump
equipment
out.
and the
It's
proper
talent, y'all.
talent
It's
and the
free
proper
fall out the
preparation.
sky.
Yeah.
I'm gonna set that up, and I might go
I'm
with you. I've been
You
thinking
gonna say
about it.
what up?
The skydiving.
You said that's not a talent. And it's not. It's a talent is something that you have to practice and build skill building.
Just
So
jumping out of planes ain't it.
But you said a hobby. Now, so see, that's why I'm gonna shut the fuck
No,
up.
hold on. I want you to explain to me how many planes you jumped out in your life and successfully just no equipment whatsoever. It has a proper term. Jumping out of planes ain't it.
you know what? Why have so hard on me? Okay, you know what? Let me scratch that. Okay. I did not intentionally say jumping out of a plane. Um, in the sense of jumping out of a plane unprepared without any preparation, without the proper equipment, or using that as the proper terminology to use far as skydiving. Okay.
Thank you.
She want to jump out of planes and still live.
This.
and I did say and make it onto the ground.
Yeah, that's you are going to make it onto the
Yeah,
ground.
you're definitely going to the
That's
ground, so we can
that's
leave
gonna
that
be
part out. She just
that's
want
gonna
to
be the
live
least of
afterwards.
your concerns of
I
jumping
want to
out
You're
of a
going to the
plane.
ground, Mel.
alive.
Either
That's
way.
the- what are you talking about? That's the only thing you gonna do.
I want to make it into I'm gonna hit the ground and be alive.
Yeah, for a second.
Okay,
I wanna
let's
hit the
not
ground,
say
stand
hit
on
the
my feet.
ground. Maybe we should say land.
All right, so here we go. Again, let me erase that.
Oh, Lord.
When I say hit the ground, I'm not saying I want to hit the ground because obviously that's something that we're going to do if you're falling from the sky, right? So as we are skydiving, we want to land properly on our 2 feet on the ground and healthy, intact.
Let me shut up.
Intact. Okay, let me get off of this because y'all have me going into the ground talking with this here. But you know what? To be honest, a talent that I would love to increase would be being a percussionist. Like I love that. So I can do a little something. I can do a little something, but when I be seeing these people like really, really uh, doing their thing, and I would love to increase that talent. So I think maybe the question is like increasing a talent in the area for me.
That could be another question. But no, my question was something you don't have.
Something I don't have.
Something you don't have or you don't do that you would like to do. And that's why I clearly stated that motorcycle driving or motorcycle racing at high speeds, with that way they lean into that curve and their knee is this far off the ground and they don't fall off and they get back up and get to the other side and lean the other way. Like that
is dope.
bountiful skill set. You
I love
understand
that.
how many people they can run away from in their life if they need to? Like, because you only think about it as the skill set of the sport, but in an application on road scenes, that's a skill set a lot of people don't have. That's a high percentage of people don't have that skill set. So if they had to be able to escape something in need be, they have the skill set to ride and lean at high speeds and control that device. That's miraculous to me.
It is.
You don't care.
Let's take a
You're hating.
moment of silence for that. Because it is.
Yeah, they do it in the rain too. Oh man.
Man, that's really dope talent. I love that. I love cars. I definitely love cars. I love cars, trucks, bikes.
I'm sick of you. Next topic.
You
This ain't your show.
Did he just next topic me?
He did. How dare he?
That moment of silence, that moment of silence line you try to pull, that
No.
bull crap.
No. That was deep. That was real. What the heck you? No, don't. No, that's a moment of silence. That was real.
That was Maria Gonzalez moment.
What does that mean?
Dono!
I ain't saying nothing. Remember, stop inviting him over here. Donald will stay where he at. And
Donald's the man.
But yeah, that was a moment of silence because sometimes you really like if I'm visualizing something, I'm appreciating it at that time. So I ain't had nothing to say. I just like, man, that is dope. And just in appreciation mode. That's all that was. Other talents. Oh, as far as like dressing, I help people dress. I forgot what I call it again.
Fashion consultant.
Yes. But actually I called it something else. I called it something else.
I used to do that.
Okay.
I watched
When I lived in Atlanta, I used to do it.
Cause yeah, I got into that simply by working for a clothing store. And then from there, as I was working in a clothing store, and I just started helping folks out. And I started, yes, image consultant. And then from there, I went off and we did like the little classes. I learned like the body shapes, the complexions, the color coding, that sort of thing. The fabric types, all that stuff, the seasons, all those different things. I went and studied and learned about that as an image consultant. So, let's see.
But the image consultant, they do like your behaviors and stuff like that in public too, though, don't they?
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. It's probably like it's almost like branding yourself.
Yeah, because that's what I'm used to the image consulting doing. Is more so how to conduct yourself at events and businesses, not just the fashion.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Show you how to walk, stand, how to hold your head properly, those different things. A lot of different things like that. So yeah, I learned that too. Let me see. Anyone else have all this? I'm naming talents. I ain't naming over half. I ain't naming over half.
Do a lot of stuff.
I'm gonna give someone else some opportunities.
I mean, Maria, she got some talents.
If you're in the comment section, I want to know some people in the comment section. Drop some of your talents as well, because I'm like, man, Man. Let me see. I think a talent that I am working on currently is being a better listener. Like being a better listener and being able to read, like, I don't want to say read okay, networking. Okay. Got that one. That is a decent talent.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Very good
Um,
talent.
oh, I can count money. Like every person I counted money for, they said,
Ew.
"What you work for? A bank?" I can count money pretty accurately and quickly, but that come from working in retail. When we used to have to count, that
I
came
am
from counting down them nights.
I'm so glad you added in the details because it was almost on that jumping out the plane level.
I am not.
I realized I had to add special parts. I was like, you know what?
I was like, my son can count.
Right.
Yeah. Nah, but I can count money really, really quickly, accurately, well. Used to count in large sums. So that's a talent. Um, let me see. Anyone else have a talent? Because I don't want to. Because we can jump onto the last conversation. We if we're going to end this one up.
I'm great at managing.
Okay, managing.
Yeah, that's one of my special skills as well. That I actually quite enjoy. I enjoy telling people what they should do.
Um, that's
No, I was trying to be serious. So I was being serious. Stop laughing at me. No, like, no, for real. So, like, basically, that's like a role that I kind of tend to be put in charge of anyway. Even like one of my mentors, he wanted me to take over his business. And so I've worked for him, took over his team on like two, three of his contracts. And
so
he actually, hmm?
so you're as far as like you talk about managing. You said, are you seriously saying
No,
that
it's so serious.
you have a talent of telling people what to do regarding management?
Actually, delegating, if you may. And so that I was being
Delegating
serious.
tasks.
Yeah, like, and
Okay.
actually, picking out, being able to pick out everybody's strong suit and their weaknesses. And so that comment was very sincere. So with him, we actually, about a couple months, we're working out the details, but my mentor wants me to take over his business and partner up. So we're ironing out the details. And so he's put me over his team twice. Yeah, twice. And the third time I had to back out because I had personal issues going on. But that's one thing that he said he loves about me is my ability to manage without offending and get the best work quality out of the team than he is. And so I've, in other aspects, I'm normally put in a managing role for that same reason. So I'm able to be encouraging, but still stern at the same time, where, stern enough to get the job done, funny enough to make it relax when it needs to be, when it's stressed and get intense for no reason. But I don't know, my managing skills are pretty awesome. That would be
Yeah,
one of my
I'm
talents.
talented at it, encouraging people to remind them to fill in details behind blanket statements of telling people what to do and jumping out of planes and shit like that. Uh, very encouraging on asking for those details, so therefore people won't be misconstrued, confused, befuddled. You know what I mean?
Well,
That type of.
maybe if you listen better.
No, no. Maybe if you gave us something to listen to besides telling people what to do.
Touche. But yeah, so that, I think that's one of my talents.
Okay. um Look, I was about to throw something else out here. And I'm gonna have to elaborate. I think I'm a talented entertainer.
Touche, huh? Do spare. Do tell us. Entertaining. What kind of entertainment are you into?
Like,
We
I'm
need
a
details.
look, another word. I'm a performer.
Yeah, what type of performance
How do
are we
you
doing?
perform?
Yeah, we want to know.
What
Can we
platforms are you
find
on?
these performers with 3X's behind them on the internet? Like,
No.
what type of,
No, none of that. But
you know,
yeah, I
normally when
believe
people say I'm an entertainer or I'm
mhm.
a performer, typically it kind of leads into the 3X category. But you know, again,
You
God
heard
be
Drake say, he said, "Oh, you dance like how like ballet and shit." Oh,
fair.
wait. Oh, I get it. Yeah, I'm with it.
Mm,
But yeah, like far as I keep people's attention,
mm,
you know. So
mm-hmm,
I've been, like hosting on things like that,
mm-hmm.
and hyping people up with energy. I love dancing.
What are we? Wait, let's not bypass this hosting and this entertaining. What are we hosting?
And dancing.
Shows.
Yeah, what type
Peep
of shows are we?
shows?
Are these whole shows?
No, like regular events, regular shows.
What kind of events? What's regular about them?
Yeah. Do
Just
tell.
just like entertainment events, like bringing someone
Mm-hmm.
else up or whatever.
You bring them
Hey,
up
let's
how?
welcome. I've done like hosting and interviewing things
Bring
like
them up,
that.
you say.
Mm-hmm. How you bringing them up?
I'm welcoming them to the stage.
Oh, hi! Oh, there's a stage involved. Oh, do tell,
I
do
can't.
tell. Everybody, get your popcorn ready. It's getting spicy now. We got Niette on stage
What
performing,
if? Never mind.
rising people up. Mm, 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 mm.
I
Boss
something,
talking it.
something small, something
Oh
small, some
Lord,
small
only
no,
stuff.
small. They definitely need to be brought up. The small people.
Mr. 411.
She brings them up.
I ain't messing with y'all. But yeah, I think that's a talent because
Mm,
like
That is a very good talent.
if an event goes quiet or something like that, you need a hype person or you
Mm-hmm.
need
mm.
someone that can come in and just put
Come
some
in
energy
and
back out there.
Yeah. I've
come
been
in
So
told
and
I'm a
energy.
very good motivator.
yeah,
What are you motivating?
I motivate people. People I care
Mm.
about. Random people. I don't know, it just comes out.
Are they on stage with you?
Sometimes. Like
Mm.
sometimes I'm just in the background.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like, get it! You better do it!
Oh, that's how you get it, eh?
However it needs to be done.
Mm.
yeah.
Any means necessary.
By any means necessary, huh?
Yes, sir.
Mm.
You know what? We're sharing our talents. What are your talents? What are your
Yeah,
Listening,
hobbies?
D.
D.
listening, analyzing, gathering information. Like, I know you're a performer and you rise people up in these regular events and you host them.
Did he just air quote you?
And then
Regular.
I know
He air
you
quoted me.
are a motivator and then you like to tell people to get it.
They better.
You know
Mm.
what? I like your listening skills.
Mm-hmm.
That's very, 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 very much needed.
Yeah, you know,
Very
because you
much
know,
needed. Listening skills.
I like to listen out for random people just jumping out of planes, so I know when to move my car.
You think I'm gonna land on your car?
You go land somewhere,
You have
just not gonna come to
insurance.
sense.
I mean, exactly. That's what you pay for insurance for.
Shit.
All right, so this is what we're going to do. We're about to wrap this one up because we did go over a host of talents, you guys. Always understand that we all have talents and pay attention to where you are applying them in your life. Your talent may be as simple as being able to speak publicly. Your talent may be as simple as to uplift someone. Your talent could also be cooking. It could be sweeping the floor. Whatever it is that you do consistently and doing it well, that is something that you're practicing, and that's the talent that you're building upon. And your hobbies is something that you. What's funny? What was laughing at?
D.
Matter of fact, D, go ahead and explain what a person's hobby is doing for them.
Jumping out of plane.
Oh, I'm not. I'm sorry. I'm gonna put my serious face on.
It's okay.
Stop, D.
Maria,
Running
what does a person hobby do for them?
Running out of trees and
I
shit.
think a hobby should bring you peace, like in a certain level of relaxation.
All right, so a hobby it builds endorphins. It's an outlet.
Fish endorphins.
This guy. And it builds endorphins. It's chemical that
Leave me
helps
alone.
you be relaxed. Lord Almighty.
Thank you. Thank you. All right,
That's what
so
hobbies do for you.
let's jump on to our last topic for the evening.
Thank you for putting that last topic behind jump on.
Ew.
So the last topic is what makes you unique? Why would someone want to get to know you?
You only I said it before and I say it again. You only got two options. You love me or hate me when you initially meet me. So
And
what makes
sometimes
me
both.
what makes you right? What makes you unique? What makes me unique is that is the window that you have. Is that you either love me or you hate me. The fact that I'm not willing to conform to a standard that doesn't fit me. I'm not willing to be led blindly. Um, my attention to details that are, offsetting to a lot of people because you just can't come and, sleight of hand me. You have to have something in order going to get my attention and to hold my attention. It needs to be a lead to a result in the practice that you are sharing. So my uniqueness is set in my detail oriented, analyzing, and just really being patient at times. And sometimes my greatest talent of all is just shutting the fuck up.
That's a talent I'm trying to work on.
Well, they say when us women be quiet, that's part of our power that we have, being silent. You relinquish your power when you talk too much. The power of mystery, the power of being, speaking at the proper time. Yeah. But it's not saying anything at all. But what makes you unique, Maria? Why would
One,
someone want to get to know you?
I think the only thing, I'm a big mixing pot of a little bit of everything. I'm funny, I'm serious, I'm business, I'm playful. And so the fact that I'm not just one way is definitely something that makes me unique. And I think one of the best reasons to know me is because I'm dope. Like I'm a whole vibe. Like I'm a 5'2" walking party. Like, okay, you feel like crying today? Okay, we could cry. You got some stuff going on? I got you. You need to get out the house? I got you. You want to go to church? I got you. Want to go to the club? I got you. I'm a whole vibe. Like I'm on whatever you want. I'm a universal person.
You're a universal person.
I am. I'll be
You
chilling.
you might want to fix that. I'm on whatever you own.
Yeah.
But no, so if you're my friend or somebody I care about, I got you. I've said it before to certain people. Like, I'm here, whatever you need me to be
can't
today.
wait till one of your friends or somebody you care about leads you to a swingers alley and just have
No,
your ass in there because you are there to be their support
no,
system.
no, 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 no. I can't do that. I
No,
can't.
you just said to the world
I
that
lied.
I'm
I
here.
lied when it comes to
No,
that. But no, like so I've literally done that,
you done what?
not swinging. But I mean,
You went there to support?
whatever, huh?
You was there for support?
I never been to a swingers club.
I mean, I'm trying to figure out. You said you was there for you clearly done that. So I mean, what were you there? Were you supporting?
I said I show up as the friend that my friends need me to be in those moments.
Right, and they
But
need you to be there to support them.
I don't have friends that wants to go to swingers club, so I would never cross that issue.
You would hope.
I have yet to have a friend that needed support and needed to go to a swingers club.
You keep living.
Notice I'm not saying that for everybody. That's not universal. That is for my friends and the people that are close to me. I
Uh,
whatever friend you need me to show up as, I got you.
that's not true.
Okay.
how you
What
gonna
you mean?
talk about?
How you go? You know, I know, and you know, and you know, because it was just some friends not too long ago that needed her to be that friend. And what did she say?
That crossed it. It made it too close
No, no,
to
no, no. We ain't talking about that one. We talk about them other friends.
who?
The friends that needed that this very type of support we just got through talking about.
It
I don't know what you're talking about.
me neither.
Don't you know
I ain't
the
even gonna,
other ones,
that's not even ask him.
the other ones. You
What other
know.
ones? None of my friends ever asked me to go to a swingers
So
club.
anyway, they ain't
No,
asked for no swing. No, they ain't asked for no swinger club, but they was asking you to swing with them on a
that came too
one-on-one
close.
vibe.
Came too close to jeopardizing my morals
Yo,
and
what?
there's my morals and my
What
values.
you said at first? You had a U in there.
Explain
I don't know why
Morals.
we're stuck on
morals.
uh
There's
what makes
certain
you
things.
unique. Let's go
Yeah,
back
what
to
makes you
that.
unique? This is your turn. What makes you unique? Niet, boss.
Man, my
Besides jumping out
vibe,
of planes and shit with no parachutes. What makes you unique?
I believe. You know,
What
my
is
my
your vibe?
energy,
What's your vibe?
my essence. You have to experience me. You have to experience me. Girl.
F y'all.
You have to experience me. I am not someone
Mm,
with that is surface,
mm,
you know.
mm.
It's like there's
What do
so
you mean
many
experience?
get to know me in different arenas, in different places.
Arenas. What are these arenas?
Different places.
What are these
Different
places? I mean, we're asking for oriented,
We're asking
okay.
for
detail.
clarification.
Different atmospheres, different environments.
Yeah, I got that, but
Different
can you like, give us a picture?
Do you go
What
to
are
swingers
these?
clubs?
no.
Like, is it an alley or something? Or explain something.
No.
What you doing?
Like you know what I believe? I believe that what makes me unique is that everyone that has an experience with me is a unique experience for them to have. That's what, like, I can't really say what makes me unique. I let other people speak for me when it comes to that. When they encounter me, how they feel, what we did, they have different encounters with me. And I
That's a
think
different
that's
kind
what
of
makes
special right there.
What do you mean?
How the hell you can't say what makes you unique? And that's the question.
yeah, but that's what I'm
Because
saying.
it's
Like
not unique
I'm
to her, so I
letting
get where she's coming from.
yeah, I'm letting other people I'll let other
It
people
ain't got to be unique to you. It's what makes you unique.
okay, all my skills, my talents. I think it's just being me, my soul. My soul is what makes me unique because I can do
You
a
know
lot
what,
of the same
man? I'm
things
sick
other
of
people
y'all.
can
I'm going
do,
home.
and I have a
I'm
vibe
going
that's
home.
all
I
me.
see y'all later.
You know what? It's whatever. It's whatever. But what will make a person want to get to know me? You know, for one, I have a good heart, and To be honest, I'm honest. Yeah, I'm figuring life out the way the rest of us are. I experienced a lot in my life, and I have empathy for a lot of different people in their situations. And I want to see everyone succeed. So I help out a lot of people with boundaries now. With boundaries, of course. And so just being my authentic self. When you're around me, you know that I'm being my genuine self. You know that I'm just being Niet. Everyone said that's Niet being Niet. And that's how I know, I'm not a clone. I'm not a duplicate. I don't it's just what it is. So for this question right here, I prefer for the people that encounter me, that appreciate me, that loves me, for them to share with me their experience with me. Like for them to show how they appreciate my time, or for them to share the impact that I have on their lives, those sort of things. So I don't really have a direct answer for what makes me unique other than my soul, my vibration, my energy, my mindset, all those things that you can't buy. You can't buy those things. So that's it. why why are you just like so serious face? What's going on? Are you texting?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No, I'm trying to I'm trying to be professional.
Okay. Definitely professionalism.
It's so hard.
Mm-hmm.
But no, I get it. And so that's one of the things I appreciate about you as well. You are pretty dope, I'm just saying.
Oh, thank you. Look, you dope yourself, girl.
Shut up and keep on
Definitely.
talking.
Like your energy. Like when we get on the phone, hey girl. Look, no matter what type of day, not that what type of day we're having, whatsoever, the energy, that vibration is always there. The positive, um, loving, accepting, no matter that easy to talk to, the long non-judgmental, a lot of those different things. I feel like what we appreciate in other people also lies within ourselves.
Yeah. Because that's one thing that I try to be, because I feel like life is too short. Like, I play a lot, but I tell people, like, if you know half the shit that I've been through, and 9 times out of 10 be having going on, if I wasn't making jokes, I'd be somewhere crying. Like, ain't nobody, we don't have time for that. Like, I got stuff I need to do. So, no, we about to have a good time. We about to laugh, and we about to move on and enjoy the day. And like, because I've heard that before about the non-judgmental. And I was
Mm-hmm.
having a conversation with my therapist, one of my friends, but a therapist too. And so I was talking to him about it. And that's one thing that he kind of brought up. Like, he said that I have a spirit about me that makes people comfortable with me, like just opening up and telling them like their life story. Like, I'll go to a store, people I've never met, and they just start talking to me. It happens like all the
Yeah.
time. And I don't know, I guess I just bring off this level of comfort. And so that's one of the things that he told me or whatever about myself, because I do hear that all the time. But, again, like that's one of the things that I feel a lot of us need,
Yeah.
is, somebody, a safe place, if you may.
Oh, definitely. Yeah. I used to have people coming and sharing their life stories with me. I was like, oh, okay. I was wondering why I was attracting those people.
Hmm.
Like, oh, okay. Hmm. I said, maybe it looks, do I just look friendly? Like, oh, okay. But I appreciate being a go-to person where people know that when you tell me something, it's a safe place. It's
Yeah.
where I'm not going to go around judging you. I'm not going to go around, talking and telling people all your business because I don't want nobody doing that to me.
Yeah.
If I tell you something and I'm vulnerable with you, and I found out that you went ahead and made a joke, you made a joke about me. You sit up there, just told somebody else, or somebody else come in and tell me something about what I know I only told you.
Mm.
That's a deal breaker to me.
Yeah.
Like, what? No, 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 no. That's. So yeah, I'm very uh cautious of
Mm.
who I allow to get close to me so I can be vulnerable with. So when I say, I can be vulnerable with you, that is very, very important to me personally because we don't have everybody in your business. That's
Yeah.
one thing. That's one thing I practice. That's one thing I practice. And I'm not doing all of that uh having to figure out who I told what to and who knows what. Mm, but it feels great to have someone to share things with. You know,
Yeah.
it's important. That's important.
I've I've had strange, like, all the time, strangers, like grocery stores, like, just start talking to me for like long periods of time. Like, me and this way older woman, I don't know why, but she needed some help picking out apples. We end up having a long conversations about apples. I know this whole woman's life. Then we're still in the store. I don't know. I kind of like it because sometimes I'll be bored. But we meet on a different aisle, and she finished telling me her life story as I help her pick out the turtle pecan like pie. And like that was just like a couple weeks ago. But it's like all the time it's like stuff like that. And it happens often like with strangers I've never met before in my entire life. And so it's just one of the reasons why I brought it up to my therapist. And he helped me realize some stuff. Like I just have that aura about me that makes people feel comfortable.
And I think that's what I'm talking about coming from your soul. We have our soul, spirits, vibrations. We have our God gifted abilities and talents. So we're not meant to be like anyone else. you
Yeah.
know so I accept that. Like I said, even though someone else might be a writer, someone else might be a seamstress or whatever your talent is something special within it for yourself.
Yeah.
So that's why I jump back and say my soul. I'm an entire vibe, my energy. Like I have people who remember me from places. I'm like, and they could tell me different things. They'd be like, I remember you did this, I remember you did that. I'm like, I don't recall that, and they say it with such enthusiasm. Like, man, I never forget the time. And that to me lets me know that, I, I'm I'm memorable for one.
Mm.
Like, that's big, and it's that's without trying, without being the center of the room and doing all this extra. So dropping back to my soul, my soul is dope.
Yeah. And that's the way, that's like a good thing, like not fitting in anybody else's box. And so that's
Yep.
one thing that I take pride in. I don't want to be like everybody else. And I don't. Like I'm different as hell. It could be good or bad. Like a lot of people don't know how to take me.
I always tell people experience. Look, I've just said this word so many times on the show tonight. Experience me. Don't try to figure me out. Please don't. I don't
I
like that.
I can't
Just
figure my damn self out. I know you're not going to succeed in it. Like I'm just me. I'm just here. Like so yeah, like that's my whole personality is definitely unique, I think.
yeah,
It's too many different layers to me.
yeah, yeah. I think definitely I'm put my mindset on that too. My mindset as well. You know, I'm Niet. that's that's the thing. I'm Niet. You know, when you hear my name and you be around me for a while, you encounter me. That's Niette.
Yeah.
So this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna wrap this up, and I want to thank those who joined us tonight for the Boss Talk conversation. We are some dope we dope. Everyone, you're talented out here. Like, give yourself an opportunity, give yourself a chance, and just go get it, no matter what it is. Stop comparing yourself to the other person, because whatever you have is already built inside of you. You already have it. Whatever you ever wanted to do in life, you have the skill set, at least the beginning skill set to start. That's all it takes, just to start. You have what it takes. Matter of fact, you have what it takes to start. I'm gonna give you that. You have what it takes to start, and just appreciate you. Appreciate you for you. Appreciate yourself for who you are as of right now in this present moment. Love you. Look at you. Okay.
You did say that.
Okay. Because it's like I have to be in a whole different vibe, you guys. But okay. Shoot. Why y'all got me on the spot? Really be putting me on the spot. I just have a freestyle. We're winding this down. Oh my gosh, I do say I'm gonna do something at the end of the show.
You got this.
Why did I say that? Because I have to be in the whole. Okay. This is what I'm gonna do. I'm going to do the song that's opening the show up. That's what I'm gonna do. Sheesh. Let me find it. Is this one it? Nope. That's not it. Y'all hear that? I make the rules, don't play no games. You know it's lit when I'm on the stage. I'm piping hot, yes, I burn your tongue. Get me along, I'm a feisty one. I'm from the streets, born in the hood, but I'm known as that goody good. I'm bossed up from straight lit, real lips and tight fits. I make moves, Magneto. I'm young black girl's hero. Saw the gate, jump the fence, in the plains, I'm a phoenix. In the smoke, I paved the way. LED, we upgrade, we wear the humps, we wear the skirts, we do the hump, and we get the work. Manicures from Maybelline, they call me Miss Prissy. Sophisticated convo, driving fast autos. What you got, I got too. You got cake, I bake too. Flabbergasted, oh my, never have you met my type.
That's what I'm talking about. Okay.
And guess they call me Boss. That was it.
That's what
So
I'm
that
talking
was it.
about, though, girl. Do you, boo? Do you? That's what's up.
So that was just that song.
I was
Yep.
I was back here jamming, girl. I'm like, see, I already heard you, so I know you got skills. Like, you did that.
Yeah. Just picking whatever song is, appropriate for here. But yeah. But it's like you have to have a like a look. I'm not in my, but you know what? No excuses made. It's just what it is. So I hope you guys enjoyed our show tonight. Come back and see us next Sunday at 5:45 p.m. Eastern. And stay tuned for the Missing Conversations at 7:45 with the awesome one. And come back on Tuesday nights for the People's Campaign with Denise Nicole at 10 p.m. All right, you guys have a beautiful, blessed, and prosperous evening. And I'll see you on the next show.